have way too many unread series on my shelf when I tell you it is disgusting to me. I've been buying the whole series, reading the first book, and never picking up the book again. There's so many series that I started years ago and to this day have not finished. So I am starting a challenge for myself where every month in 2026 I'm going to be reading a series off my TBR until I finish them all. Maybe not until I finish them all because that's a little unrealistic, but at least I'll knock out a lot of them because this is honestly like the series that you see back here, 9 times out of 10 they're not finished, sadly. For January, I chose the Green Bone Saga only because I have had all of these books for so long, and I did start the first book like 2 years ago and I did not like it, sadly. I know a lot of people loved it. I don't know why, it just did not resonate with me. I did reread it this month and I gave it a 4 star. I found bookmarks to match every book. So Jade City is green, Jade War red, Jade Legacy blue. So cute. I got 50 pages into Jade City and honestly I'm really liking it. I do think there's way too many fucking characters to remember, especially in like the first 5 chapters. Why do I have to remember 30 people already? But okay. So that sex scene made me very uncomfortable. I felt like I didn't need it, but it is okay. I really enjoyed it. There's just so many characters and so much going on that you really have to pay a lot of attention. The first time that I read it, I was listening to the audio, and so I think I was just missing some parts. You know, maybe my brain was just going black and I didn't realize that I still had the audio on or something. Put my thing down, flipping the first. Is the earth? Yeah. It's the earth flipping down, yeah. Yeah, I'm procrastinating so bad. Like, I'm gonna get to it. When I tell you I did not understand a word, like, why are they fighting? Like, what's going on? Definitely my fault, so I am really glad that I started this series over. Jade City was so good to me. I had to be on some type of drugs to not like this book the first time that I read it. I just finished Jade City for the 2nd time. When I tell you, masterpiece, amazing. There's not a lot of fantasies that aren't like set in Europe and just old as fuck, you know. This is a very modern fantasy. There's clan politics, there's fights. Their magic system is literally just based on the jade that they wear. I feel like it's very simple, very easy, very fast-paced, just overall good. My only problems with it is that it is a little bit easy only because she is telling us everything. Like, we don't really get to sit here and be like, what's gonna happen? Who's good? Like, I feel like her writing is just predictable. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's because I've read so many fantasy books that I could just boom. Same with thrillers though. Like, I read the first 2 pages and I'm like, bitch, you know that man killed him. Like, please be for real. Anyways, let's get back on topic. I really feel like her writing is just predictable. The smut is ass. Oh my god, the smut is booty cheeks. The smut low-key gets worse in Jade War. Why does Fondly insist on having smut in this series? Like, please stop. It's not needed in this series at all, but not only is it not needed, it's ass. It's terrible. If you were gonna add it, at least let it be a good smut scene. It all started, Jade City, I think it's like the first 50 pages, first smut scene. She left her window open because he was supposed to meet up with her or something, and she ended up falling asleep. He comes late. He's like, oh, she wanted to leave her window open. I'm gonna teach her a lesson. He decides to climb in and jump on top of her, cover her mouth. Like, Miss Ma'am thinking she about to get raped or something. You think it's cute because you want to prove a point. Then they proceeded to have sex. Why would I want to do anything with you after you just... Cool. Whatever. We let that slide. I'm now reading Jade War. Like 7-8 months pregnant. Like, she's about to pop. She is asleep. He decides to come in the bed and fondle her till she wakes up. Fondle, of all the words. Fondle, Miss Fonda? Fondle. Not sexy at all. I don't ever want to be fondled in my life. I hope no one ever fondles me. But she's asleep and she's 8 months pregnant. Can you let her get her rest? Fondles her in her sleep and then they wake up and they have sex. Random scene, they just met each other like a week ago maybe. They're in the back seat, he all of a sudden sucking his dick. And this is the first dick that he ever sucked and that he just nutted in 2 seconds. Like, what's going on, Miss Fonda? Please. As someone who loves fantasy, okay? As someone who has read so many high fantasy series and so many dark romance series, I did not need the smut in here. Now, I do want to add, it is not like smut. So don't come into this series thinking, oh, it's a dark romance series. No. It's definitely a political fantasy, for sure, with some smut in it. I just did not need the smut, and I just feel like it's taking me out of the series. Like, every time something happens, I'm like, stop this madness. Fonda, if I read another one of your books and there's some more smut in there, me and you gonna have something to talk about. And I promise you ain't gonna like me. Got me in my bed looking crazy on this app trying to tell you to stop putting smut in these books. Girl. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I did think Jade War was slower. I thought the smut was even worse. Like, it was just not needed at all. I did also predict who would die in this book. So like I said, writing a little bit predictable to me, I'm not gonna lie. So I did give this like a 3.75. I still think it was good. I still love that she will kill off a character. I still love that she will hurt a character. This is a clan war. This is gangs, okay? People are going to die. Not everyone's going to survive. We can't have a happily ever after, okay? We can have a happily ever after, but people have to die, okay? People have to get hurt. I do love that she's not afraid to do that, but I hate the smut, and I hate that it's just so telling. Again, I do think this is a very solid series though so far. I am on Jade Legacy. I did start it, like, it started as soon as I finished Jade War. I'm like 150 pages in, and I'm enjoying it so far. There's been like 3, 4, 5 fights just thus far, okay? Now the smut in this, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not gonna say it's like, oh my goodness, yes, but I feel like it makes sense in Jade Legacy so far. Like, the situations make sense. In Jade War and Jade City was just giving like, she just wanted to add a smut scene, and here it was like, no, this is love. They love each other, you know. I don't want to spoil, so I'm not gonna say too much. But yeah, like I said, action-packed, shit's flying off the handles. People say that I'm gonna cry. I don't believe that I'm gonna cry. I have not predicted anything so far. I really don't have any thoughts as to what she's going to do, how she's gonna end this, so maybe I will. I don't know. If this series makes me cry, I might just have to give the last book a 5-star. I might. I did record myself reading Jade City and Jade War, but I absolutely hate all of the clips. I just feel like they're ugly and ew. Like, who wants to see me in my bed saying, I'm not really liking Jade War. I'm just yapping and I just look chopped, so I'm making a whole new video, and maybe you guys do not get to see my thoughts on Jade City and Jade War as I was reading them, but at least you will get to see my thoughts on Jade Legacy. I really do want to like vlog this one only because people said that I'm gonna cry and it's so big. So I just have to, you know, I have to at least give y'all this part of the content. Maybe I put some clips in here of that. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna come back with an update tonight. I really do hope I get maybe like 50% in, only because I want to finish this book fast. Not fast, but like I want to get it over with, because I've been reading the series back to back to back, and when I tell you I have not read a series back to back to back in so long, like it's too much. It's too much. It is my fault though. Like, I'm forcing myself to do this, because why do you have so many unread series on your shelf? Why do you have the whole series and you have not? Please shut up, please. I'm also going to pick my next series at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to update y'all when I'm like 50% in, or wherever I get to tonight. Okay, let's mind our business with how I look getting ready to make TikToks and record for y'all. Days later, and I'm not going to lie to you, I did not read at all. I just started reading this morning, and I am on chapter 27, I believe, and somebody just died, and I knew who would die. I knew who would die, so again, it just didn't affect me as much, which I'm very sad about, but I don't know, I kind of figured I wouldn't cry. I don't know, I mean, this is really sad, but it's just predictable writing. I knew she was gonna do it. It's not a matter of like if she's gonna do it, it's a matter of when she's gonna do it. I never know when. The when is surprising, I'm not gonna lie to you, but I always know she's gonna do it. I always know who she's gonna kill. Do love that she kills people, but it's just like, girl, I don't want to know. Like, if I didn't know, I feel like it would hurt more, but I also feel like I'm not really connected to the characters. Like, I care about them, and it's like I'm sad that this happened, but it's not really like affecting me that much, because yeah, I'm just not. Maybe it was the writing, maybe it was me, maybe I just need to reread a third time. I don't know, we'll see. I feel like every time I actually start liking a character, that's when she kills them off. Which is kind of sad, but you know, I'll be getting the chance like, oh, okay, you know what? They actually cool. I like you. Boom. They're dead. I'm finished getting ready. I'm gonna do what I need to do, and then I'm gonna be back when I finish some more. Just had to give y'all a before. My hair's in my eye. Yeah, it's time for me to stop recording. Let me finish getting ready. Here's the after. I'm gonna go make TikToks, but when I'm done making TikToks, I hope to make it at least 50 to 60, maybe 70% through, so then tomorrow I can finish. I really hate that I wasn't really reading this book for the last couple days, but you know what? It's fine. Reading a series one book after the other is something that I've never really done before, and so I'm a little restless. I think I need a little palate cleanser, and that is why I wasn't reading for a couple days, but you know what? I'm gonna push through because I need to get this series off my shelf, and I also want to make sure that this video gets out for y'all, so we're gonna finish this. Hopefully you guys can hear me because I'm using my headphones, but it's the next day and I'm still not finished. I'm not on chapter 45. I'm on chapter 41, I believe. I'm using the audio to immersive read. I have, let's see, this much left, y'all. I'm gonna try to finish today because I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm tired of this series. I think I spent too much time on this series. When I spend too much time on a book, I get bored really easily. So yeah, I definitely spent too much time on this series. I just need to get it over with because I'm bored. The book itself is not boring. This will be getting done today, okay? Because if it doesn't, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's never gonna get finished. I love that I'm not intimidated by this book though, because it is really big, and usually I'm like, oh my goodness, no, it's so fat. But I don't know, I think because it's a series and because I'm just so ready to get rid of it that I don't even care. So this is definitely setting me up for success later on in the year because more big books are coming. For sure. Let me shut the fuck up and read this book because if you see me looking down, it's because I'm gonna attempt to do my hair while I'm talking to y'all. But on chapter 50, I took a shower, I cleaned my room, everything. So tonight, it's like 7 o'clock. I'm going to lock in and I'm going to finish the rest. I have about 13 chapters left. The audiobook says I have about an hour and 20 minutes left. The audiobook is on 3.5 speed, and I know you guys are probably gonna be like, oh my goodness, Hannah, what? People look at me crazy when I say that I listen to audios on 3.5, but it's because like I have honestly conditioned myself. I listen to everything on 2x speed. Like TikToks, I speed them up 2x. YouTube, I speed them up 2x. Netflix, I speed them up 2x. I'm not even gonna lie to you, it's a really bad habit and my brain is fried. I know. I gotta do what I gotta do, okay? Oh, I always start my audiobooks on 2x speed, and then as I listen to it, I feel like, what do you call it? Acclimate? Girl, I don't know. I don't feel like thinking right now. I just get used to the speed and I slowly speed it up as I go. I forgot to take out the hairs out on the side. Oh my gosh. If you don't shut up. Get done with that, I'm going to give you guys my full review and then we're gonna pick what my next series is. Yes, this is an old toothbrush. It works really well. I do have an edge brush, but if you know, you know. Like, the harder the bristles, the better. Something did happen in the last couple chapters, and I don't know if that's what people were crying over, but I did not cry. I didn't expect it, I'm not gonna lie to you. I did predict, like, all the other deaths and, like, crazy stuff, but I feel like maybe the ending will get me. I feel like that's what it is with a lot of books, like the epilogue. I'm like, oh, that's so cute. You know, they're happy. Okay, so now I'm gonna lock in. I'm gonna finish the rest of the audiobook, and then I'm going to come back tonight and we're gonna finish this, okay? Because I've drawn this out way too long. She will be getting finished tonight, okay? We just finished 2 seconds ago. No, I did not cry. It was very sad. I'm giving it a 4-star. I did really like it. I feel like it's really different from all the other fantasy books that I read. Their enemies, like in any other fantasy book that I read, is like, oh yeah, we finna go kill this motherfucker. Like this one, they have clan rules, the police, like they still have to follow, you know, so they can't just boom, let's go kill them. Characters are, I wouldn't say lovable. They do things that, like, every character in here did at least one thing where I was like, I feel like that makes it so real. Like, this series is just real as fuck. I wouldn't even be surprised if this shit was actually happening somewhere. I like Fonda Lee's writing in this. I feel like it wasn't as predictable. One or two things where I was like, oh. I'm gonna put some of my spoiler thoughts at the end of this video, so you don't have to worry about it right now, but at the end, if you have not read the series, keep it pushing. Happy that I started with the series for the challenge. I think it was definitely needed, especially because the last book is so big. So now I'm not really scared to start any other series because, girl, you just read like an 800-page book. One series down, 11 more to go. So you guys are gonna help me pick my next series for February. These are the two series that I'm thinking about using for next month. I've read Legendborn, but I have not read Bloodmarked or Oathbound. I do want to reread Legendborn, so it'll basically be like Jade City again, you know, reread the first book and then read the rest of them. I do really love King Arthur. I used to love Avalon High. I don't know if you guys have watched it, but it's a Disney movie. I loved it so much when I was a kid. I thought Legendborn was just mid. I wasn't a reading slump when I read this for the first time. Again, I read this years ago, so I think I just need to try it again. So this is the first series, Black Sun Rising. Again, I read the first book. I did really love this book though, so I don't know why I haven't continued this series. Also a really different series. Jade City was like a modern type of fantasy thing. This is pre-colonization fantasy. Amazing to me and amazing for Black History Month, duh. Do not own the other books though. Sadly, this is the only copy that I own. Would really be excited to start this, but I also own Bloodmarked already, so I feel like, I don't know, I'm really in between. So you guys let me know in the comments what you think. Should I go with Black Sun Rising or Legendborn? And I guess you'll find out in February in my next video. I think this is a very fun series that also keeps me productive. Recording it is very fun and also holds me accountable, so really loving that I started this. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please let me know what series you choose, and I'll see y'all next time. Okay, now for the spoilers. Leave if you have not read the series or if you don't want it to be spoiled. I really wanted Rue to become the next pillar. I know it was very unrealistic, but I don't know, I just thought it would be so nice because Mata was the first woman, and so No Peak being like, we have the first Stone Eye, you know, like, I don't know, I just thought it would eat so bad, but then he died. I knew Hilo would die, and I really thought he died in the beginning, but then, you know, he was actually okay, and yada yada yada, whoop-de-doo. Like, Fonda killing him off at the end, like, his death in the end was crazy. Not crazy, but just, I felt it more. Hilo's was the only death that I actually really felt. Everyone else's death was just like, oh my goodness, no, we lost him. Okay, so what's next, y'all? What are we doing? We have to worry about the mines and da-da-da-da. You know, like, they were just so on the go and they couldn't really get their revenge right then and there. The fact that Barrow is still alive, the fact that Aimata is still alive, they're like, oh, she's an old woman, so it doesn't really matter now. Kill that bitch. Oh my goodness. And Barrow too, but I also feel like Barrow, I don't know, I kind of want him to like wallow in his sadness and broke and yeah, because fuck you. Why would you ever think you could kill Lon? No. No. Lon died because of the SN1. Is that what it's called? I think. Yeah. Which I'm actually mad about because I really love Lon. Like, Lon was one of my favorite characters. And then after he died, I was like, oh, I love the brothers. I love the brothers. Make Car. Girl, you're stupid. Make Ken and make Tar. I love them. And I was like, one of them's gonna die. Next thing you know, make Ken blowed up in the car. In Jade War, I think, blew up. That was probably the craziest death because like it just happened so fast. It was just like, oh yeah, picnic, we're putting the kids in the car now, you know, Make Ken is gonna come pick you up, and then boom, car blows up. I truly love that. Like, Fonda ate with that so bad. Although I did think Jade War was a little bit slower than the other two books, it was just like, it was definitely my favorite scene, although my favorite character did die. Tar, I love Tar. Like, the fact that he was still loyal. The fact that he was still loyal even though he was kicked out, and the fact that Hilo couldn't kill him because that was just, you know, that was his brother from another mother. They kind of forgot about it after a while, but the fact that their family was disgraced or something, but Hilo still loved them so much. I love it. Tar still died for his clan. Shay, I don't necessarily care for her too much. I don't really care for her too much. In the beginning, in the beginning, my bad. Okay. In the beginning, I kind of did care for her, but then I don't know. After she got old and stuff, I was just like, oh, she don't even wear jade stuff no more. Even though it was because of a traumatic experience. I don't know. She's just not a character that I care too much about. When absolutely loved her, bad bitch. Yes, I mean Shay's a bad bitch too, but when love her so much. She was like, baby, my husband is the pillar. I'm gonna do something. I love that she wasn't like the nicest with the kids. Usually it's like, oh, the father is the one that beats the fuck out of them and doesn't and hates them and yada yada yada. But when Nico said he was leaving, she was like, oh, the fuck? Shout out to you. Shout out to you, Win. Yes, shout out to you. I'm trying to think about anything else that I need to rant about. Like Andon's storyline, I'm glad he became a doctor. Like I'm glad that he was still in the family, and you know, but I do think it would have been nice to see him as an actual, you know, green bone, like a fist or something, because the way I think it was him and Hilo had killed Gaunt Ash, I believe it was, if I'm remembering correctly. Hopefully, yeah, my memory is so terrible because I literally just read this, like dead ass. This is the only thing that I've been reading for the past 2 weeks, so why is your brain not okay, whatever. Yeah, the way that him and Hilo had teamed up to kill Gaunt Ash, amazing. Amazing. Also think Jiraiya, I forgot her name, but Wen's daughter, I think she would have also made a great pillar. Like, I don't know, I just didn't care for Nico being the pillar, even though, you know, he is Lan's son. I definitely understand, and I'm not mad at him being the pillar for sure, but I think it would have just been so much more monumental if it was like, oh, another woman pillar for the No Peak, or a Stone Eye as a pillar for the No Peak. I thought Nico was gonna die, and then Rue was gonna, yeah. There's a lot that happens in this series. I definitely enjoyed.